Set 8 parts. These are all the existing Set 7 parts. These are parts in addition to Set 7 parts, and these are totally new parts. 4 flange wheels, a worm, a 2.5 by 1 inch double angle strip, 2 cranks, a coupling, 2 2.5 inch curved strips, a chimney adapter, and 2 5.5 by 1.5 inch blue plastic plates. 4 models from the 1970s Set 8 manual. There were 16 models in total in this manual. Apart from Set 1, it's the only manual to not feature any electric motor models. 8.3 is a Quayside unloader. Quite easy to make. It moves on its runners. They'll probably normally be on a track. Also nicely done are these bush wheels, which go onto a bolt to stop them from turning. That's a good feature. Not such a good feature is this rod here. It's absolutely jammed against these bolts next to it. If they hadn't used a double angle strip here, maybe just a bracket instead, it might have worked a bit more freely. Now let's see it work. So we'll move along the hook cage, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what to call it. So that works quite nicely. We can lift that section, we'll assume it's over the boat now, and lower it. And we can lower the hook itself and raise it. It's a good model, I like it. 8.5 is a side tipping lorry, quite easy to construct. The only problem was plate bending in the cab area, quite vicious there. And this plastic plate at the back, the first time I tried to put it in, I succeeded in snapping the plate, so I had to put in another one a lot more carefully. It features steering, and of course it moves. But no, by far the most interesting thing is the side tipping action, so let's see that. It's quite slow because there's a 19:1 worm reduction and then a 3:1 gear reduction, giving a total reduction ratio of 57:1. So this opens, and whatever's in the lorry comes out, maybe into a quarry or whatever. One thing I had to think about was underneath this bolt here there's a small angle bracket which goes to the lifting mechanism. In the manual it's shown as being one lower down, so it's nearer the pivot point of the back, and if it's there, I was getting a lot of trouble with cogs slipping under the load and even cogs disengaging. Put it one higher up and it seems to work a lot better. However, it means it doesn't tip quite so much. All in all, it's an excellent model, enjoyable to build and enjoyable to operate. 8.7 is a penny in the slot machine. Let's show you it working. Well, first of all, you can't get out anything when you haven't put a coin in. So, put a coin in, and out comes your, well, it's not a matchbox, it's a load of brass parts. Very generous for just one wheel disc, that's all I put into the machine. How does all that work? Let's have a look. To move that a bit, or else it's going to jam. Normally, when you try to open the drawer, this bolt here goes against a strip, and that stops it from going out too far. The strip is at the base of this chute here. So when we put a coin in, and find the hole, the strip is raised, and it's raised above the bolt. So we start to open up now. The strip is stopped from going too high by this strip behind, this strip here that I'm putting my finger on. And that stops the coin from going into the coin box. As we open it up more and more, the coin goes into the coin box, and this strip drops again. But as we push back, the strip just drops down back to its original position. Fun to make, fun to play with. This was shown at a fair some time back for the South East London Meccano Club, and one child was happily playing with it for about 5 minutes. They couldn't get away from it. 8.9 is a double-deck bus. So let's see that working. Oh, hang on. There it goes. I'll speak more why that later on, why that didn't start at first. Construction, well, one of the more difficult ones, mainly due to manual mistakes, and especially these plates here. They're bolted at the top, but on the side they're just wedged in between this strip going along and these vertical strips. And as I was trying to get it all into place, they kept on sort of like pranging out of position, and it took ages to work out a way of keeping them in place while you're putting it all together. Another awkward thing is on the clockwork motor. There's a 3:1 reduction gear ratio, and then to the rear wheel there's a 2:1 reduction ratio on pulleys. In the manual, the 3:1 reduction ratio is not shown. The two gear wheels aren't shown because you only see the bottom of the clockwork motor, not the top. So you guess that those gears are there from the parts list of all things. Worse still is that where you can see the output drive to the rear wheel on the clockwork motor, it's positioned in the wrong hole. If you put your rod there, the two gear wheels above don't mesh, and so you slowly work out that it's wrong and put it in the right place. Now the reason why it didn't start at first was because, once again, I've had this problem in other models, is that the front wheels are too close to the wheel arch. It seems to be a repeating problem, and really with just a bit of repositioning of these plates, it should work okay. I did make some slight adjustments, because if you build it directly as in the manual, it just jams completely. It does have steering, so and the only other thing to say about it is that there's a complete lack of seats inside, apart from the driver's seat, and there's no top floor or staircase. I think the Set 10 double-deck bus does.